this is DM's Crafty Vortex. This is my channel, mostly about cross stitch, and then whatever crafts I happen to do through the week, I will throw in at the end. I like to quilt, I like to knit. I've just recently become obsessed with diamond painting. I sew, bunch of crafts, but again, this is mostly about cross stitch. We'll do the cross stitch first. So if that's all you're here for, you can watch that, and then when we get to the end, you can switch on to another floss tube. Today is Thursday, November 26th. It is Thanksgiving here in the USA. It's a very dreary Thanksgiving day here in Maine. It's overcast, it's rainy, but I don't have to work, so I guess that's all that matters. I did not record last week. If you are a returning viewer, you might know that I got married last week, so I took a week off. I'll show a few pictures at the end. If you're interested, you can stay and watch those. Again, they'll be at the end, so if you're not interested, you can click off and go on to something else. You don't have to pretend to be the aunt and uncle and friends who are forced to scroll through all the pictures pretending to be excited. So they'll be there for you if you want to see them. I'm wearing a new shirt today. This shirt was bought for me by my daughter. It is my logo. Isn't that cute? It's my vortex with all our little crafty accoutrements. Can I even say that? No. And then on the back, I'm going to slowly spin. I don't want to trip over the microphone. So very excited about this. Okay, let's get started on the cross stitch. I have a couple of finishes this week. Very excited about that. I have a new start and then my regular work in progresses that you're used to seeing. So first one is my autumn alphabet. Yep, it's been a while. This is what it looked like last week, and this is what it looks like now. Again, just simple 8 of fabric that I got at Joann Fabrics, and I dyed it myself. And it's all done. It's not a fully finished object, but at least it's done with the cross stitch part. I will put it away and probably not fully finish it until next year, and then it'll be ready to go to be on display. So I actually brought out my journal so I can actually give you the correct information. It's 18 count. I started it on September 27th, and it's by Willow Hill Samplings Autumn Alphabet. I have another finished object. This one will not be fully finished by me. It's going to get mailed off to a pen pal. This is just a cute little snowman. Hope it'll focus. Without my glasses on, nothing ever looks like it's focused, so I always have to guess until I go and do all my editing. I'm not going to show what this looked like last time because I don't think I even started it on my last video. I might have maybe had a couple of stitches into it, but I'm not quite sure. But this will now get mailed off. This is our December theme. Our December theme was snowmen or snow woman. So that is what I made for that. And that can go in the mail now. That was just a kit I bought probably 5 or 6 years ago at either a Michael's or a Joann Fabrics. So don't know if you could even get it anymore, but it was just one of those little kits that has all the floss and everything with it. And then my next one is not a fully finished. It is my Ivy Wed by Blackbird Designs. This is on Belfast Antique Ivory Linen, 32 count. I started it on November 1st because it is my wedding cross stitch. This is what it looked like last time. I'm not going to say last week because I wasn't here last week. This is where I'm at now. This is my first time doing a real project on linen. I did do a little one, but my eyes are not what they used to be, so this is very slow going, even with a magnifying glass. But I really love how it's working out. So the good thing right now on the roof is I'm just filling in up and down. I don't even have to pay attention to the pattern at the moment. And I'm hoping to just kind of plug away on the house, and then once the house is done, I'll start working on the smaller stuff all around the outside. Then I have a new start, so again, you won't see what it looked like last time. I hadn't touched it last time. This is from the Fat Quarter Shop. Kimberly is going to be doing a sew along starting in January, and this is the pattern. It's sew by row, and I just think this will look really cute hanging up over my sewing machine when it's done. But she did say that we could all get a head start and kind of where the sewing machine is, get all our rows set up so that come January, it's a big chunk. I don't think it would be doable if we didn't get the head start. So I thought I would take a little bit of time and get it started, get my rows all set up. It is on 25 count Lugana, so again, it's going to be a little bit more slow going for me. I am a 14 count Ada girl, but this was a kit. I had it mailed to me, so it's all the calls for flosses. I went with the DMC floss pack. I think she has two options. You can do the week's dye work or you can do the DMC, and I just couldn't spend that extra money on the weeks when the DMC looked just as pretty to me. But it's a very little start. I have 2 scissors done and 1 little pin cushion, but it's so pretty. The colors in real life are so much prettier than when you look at the pattern, but isn't that the same for about everything we do? So again, 25 count Lugana, and it's actually easier. After working on the linen, this is actually kind of easy to work on. So I do the linen first for a couple of days, then I switched over this for a couple of days. But it's been fun to work on. And I like the fact that I actually have a spot for this, that a lot of the things I make just because they're pretty and I really don't know what I'm going to do with them, but it's just the fun of working on them. I'm a process crafter, and so I enjoy the process versus getting the project at the end. But this one I actually have a spot for, so it does make it a little bit more fun. Then the next thing I've been working on is, do I have it here? My temperature tree. I have this all caught up. This is by Stitch and Mummy, and what this is every branch is a month, and every leaf is a day, and every color leaf represents a temperature. So I have my temperature chart. I went with the cold range. She gives all different ranges, so even if you live in warm weather, you'll still have lots of colors in your tree. And then I go to AccuWeather, and I print out that month's temperatures, and I only do up to where we really had. I don't do any of the guesstimate temperatures, so I stopped on the 24th because I was stitching yesterday, so I wasn't going to do yesterday's temperature until they know what it was. And then I write the corresponding DMC floss colors, and then I start stitching my leaves. So this is where what it looked like last time. And this is what it looks like now. Isn't this breathtaking? I am not enjoying the colder temperatures, but man, it makes for a pretty tree, doesn't it? I'm super excited how this is coming out. I do have a book on alphabet letters, and I want to put Maine and 2020 under this so I know when I look at all my trees. This is my first tree, but I bought the fabric to do, I think, 3 more of these. So when they're all lined up, I'll know the year it was done and the state. I don't have any plans to move anytime soon, but I do hope to go someplace warmer in the future. And then I'll remember that these were my main trees. But I'm really enjoying how this is coming out. I like the fact that you can't rush this. So you got to wait for the days to happen before you can stitch them. I do want to, if I have time in December, get my trunk started so that in January I'm ready to go with January's tree. Again, this is on the Stitch and Mummy site. She has a bunch of temperature charts. She has hot air balloons. She has a little garden. But the tree is my favorite. But if you're interested in something like this, but you just aren't into the tree, go check her out on Etsy. It's a great site. She also has a Flosstube channel, Stitch and Mummy. I'll link it below, but she's one of my ones that I subscribe to. I really enjoy it. She loves a lot of full coverage pieces, and she has a lot of projects going. I can only really handle 4 or 5 at a time, and then I start to get a little stressed if I have more than that, but she's really fun to watch. Then the last thing I have to show is, and you've been seeing this since my very first episode, this is what it looked like last time. This is the pattern. And this is where we are now. So last time I talked about the dragonfly. He or she or it is in timeout. The head needs to go up 1 more stitch. So I need to rip out the little bit of back stitching that I did. And I need to rip out that 1 stitch and move it up. I know nobody will notice, and I thought about leaving it there, but I would notice, and so I'm going to rip it out. It's going to get moved up. This is going to be perfect because it is going to my best friend. But I did work on the border. I got quite a bit done on that. That's really actually been a lot of fun to work on. I thought it was going to be tedious, but I've really enjoyed the time spent on that. So I only have a very little bit more to go, and then I'll go across. Now each border is a slightly different design, so it's not the same thing all the way around. I thought at first that it just changed colors, but it actually changes the design element as it goes around. Then I'll get back to that dragonfly and fix them, and then I have 1 more dragonfly down here, and then a little bit of back stitching, and then this will be done. It's probably gonna take till the beginning of the year. While this was fun to do, it was time consuming. So this will go to my best friend Amy, who did come down, and she was at the wedding. And while she was here, I taught her to diamond paint. This is what she looks like diamond painting. She's probably going to call and yell at me for being put on here, but hey, you're my best friend. This is the price you pay for it. So the last cross stitch that I have to show you is my daughter Kayla. I have been showing her progress week to week. So I'm just going to do a little split screen on what she looked like last time and what she accomplished this time. And this is just coming out super cute. She is moving along on this. We'll see how quick she moves though once I teach her to diamond paint. I have a kit for her all ready to go. And do you guys do more than one hobby? Am I the only one who wakes up and says, oh, what do I want to do today? Do I want to cross stitch? Do I want to sew? Do I want to diamond paint? What else do you do? Let me know below. I'd be really fun to read all the different crafts and projects you do. And it would also be fun to know how you decide what you're going to do for the day. I usually start out my morning with at least an hour of cross stitch. And then if I have some more time, I might circle into something else depending on my day. I do work nights, which is kind of nice in a way because I have most of my energy for my crafting instead of working a whole day and then coming home and being tired and then not wanting to do anything. So again, let me know below, what do you do for crafts and how do you decide each day what it is you want to do? So speaking of other crafts, I showed a cowl, I don't know how to pronounce it, you know, knitting that goes around your neck, not a scarf, but the circular one, that I was working on for my friend Karen in those, I said horrible orange colors, but other people told me that they were nice burnt brown colors. So we'll go with that. We'll go with burnt brown over horrible orange. It probably sounds better. I'm gonna go to a video clip I took of it because I've already given it to her. With the weather already getting cold, I wanted her to have it to use right away, and where it has been 2 weeks since then, I wanted to make sure she had it. So here's a clip of it completed. So the cowl is done for my friend. Not really sure how you're supposed to wear one of these. I've never worn one before, but I'll give it to her. She can play with it. I just wanted to show you all because I won't have it when I film my floss tube, but here it is, all completed. This leaves me with just one remaining knitting whip. Whip means work in progress if you don't know. And that is a sweater that is from the bottom up. I've never done one of those before. I've got a little bit started on it, so I'll pull that out, and once that's done, all my knitting is caught up and I can plan new projects. So here it is. Hopefully she likes it. And we're back. Here is a beautiful cup that my husband gave me. Now that I'm a wife, I can have a wife coffee cup, and it has butterflies on it. If anybody knows me, they know how much I love anything with a butterfly. I didn't even realize, fun fact, that I was into butterflies. Not a clue. It was just naturally into butterflies, but didn't notice. And this was when I was quilting, and somebody was looking at some quilts, and they said, "Oh, this is the quilt Dawn Marie made. I can tell by the butterfly fabric." So I looked at her and I was like, "Well, what do you mean?" And she said, "Well, every quilt you make has butterflies in it." And I started looking at all my quilts, and every quilt I made had some type of butterfly fabric. Then I looked at my fabric stash, and I had cubes of fabric that all had butterflies in it. And that's when I realized how obsessed I was with butterflies and didn't even realize it. So I'm super excited that I have the best of two worlds. I have a wifey mug and I have a butterfly on it. So the last crafty thing I have to show you is my diamond painting. Oh my goodness, this is obsessive. There is something about this that is just so soothing and relaxing to work on. You just get to see all the colors pop up, but you don't have to put as much thought into it. It's just very, very relaxing to work on. I have it finished. I think they call this snack size. I have to learn the lingo all over again. Every craft has its own lingo. So here is, this is from the Diamond Art Club. It's the Four Seasons tree. Look at how pretty that is. It is completed. This is what's considered a round drill, full coverage. So all the little drills on here, I don't know if I can get a good enough close up, are round, as opposed to a square where the drills are square and they really butt up right up against each other. So far I've only done round, but loving this. And then my husband, I picked him up one, and like a good husband he is, he started it. He's got a little bit done on the letters. I don't know if you can see that. Let me pull this sticky up a little bit. So, nope, then it went back down. I'm sorry, I am not used to showing these yet. There we go, let's try it again. I don't know if we can see that. Oh, we can't see because he did this side. There we go. This is also a round drill. These are what's called poured glue canvases. The couple of options you have are poured glue or double-sided adhesive tape. From all the videos I've watched, the poured glue is a little bit better quality. It holds up better in storage because, as you know, as a crafter, crafting is one hobby, collecting is another hobby. So I have collected quite a few diamond paintings. Where in Maine we have all four seasons, these canvases will go through hot and cold and humidity and all the different temperatures. So I'm trying to stick with the poured glue. This one is a Leisure Arts canvas. And then the one I'm working on now, oh my goodness, I've gone from one extreme to the next. This is not a snack size. This is a Diamond Art Club again. It's Afternoon Tea by Randall Spangler, and I'm obsessed. I have to collect all of his work. But here it is. I'm gonna have to stand, I think. And then down at the bottom, right here, is what I've done. I'm sorry, it is so dreary out. Even with the light, it's just not making much of a difference. But here is the section I've worked on. But oh my goodness, isn't he awesome? he is releasing, or the Diamond Art Club is releasing another one of his for their Black Friday sale. And at Eastern Standard Time, that sale is at 3 a.m. So yes, I will be setting my alarm clock for 3 a.m. to try and get it. Oh my God, I don't know if I can brighten this up or not. I think we're just gonna have to deal with the dark, but we're all done with the craft, so there's only so much you can do for dreary. But anyways, Diamond Art Club is gonna have a Black Friday sale. It starts at midnight Pacific Standard Time, which is 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's an early start time for Diamond Club members, and then everybody else will be at 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, I was not a Diamond Club member. I was about $17 away, so I did quickly go in and place an order to get me up to Diamond Club status so that I could get what I wanted for Black Friday. I got caught because I did a little post about, you know, how we go on, we post about it. I was like, hey, spent some money, got myself to Diamond Club member. And then my husband decided he wanted to surprise me and buy me one of the canvases early to make sure I got it. And so he went on to the site, which I would have never thought he'd go on, and he caught my post. But he also couldn't buy me the canvas because they don't actually even exist until Black Friday. So he was really sweet, but I got caught. But that's okay because he does his golf, and we joke around. He golfs, I craft. There isn't a thing I'm going to buy and bring to this house that he isn't actually going to question me. And if I look and see a brand new golf bag or a brand new set of irons, I'm not going to question him. Yeah, we're adults. We both work. We have our money. And we don't have babies anymore. My kids are all adults, as you've seen in the videos. And you will see in the shots coming up, you'll actually get to see my son too because he'll be in a picture. I'm going to do a quick little insert here. I forgot to show the diamond art pens I made with some polymer clay. I was watching a how-to video on it, and it was saying all the stuff you needed, and one of them was a clay machine, which I did not have, and I didn't want to take the chance of hand rolling them out. I didn't think they'd be smooth enough. But then I remembered that I have a KitchenAid mixer, and years ago I bought a pasta attachment to my KitchenAid mixer because I thought that someday I would make pasta, which I never have. So I figured we'd go ahead and get that some use. And the pasta attachment works amazingly well. If you ever want to make something and you don't have a clay machine, just pull that on out. So here they are. Here's a red one. Unfortunately, the seam is the seam. It's nice and smooth, but I don't know how to make it so that you don't see a seam. That's for my daughter for when she starts. This is for my husband. Can you see a theme going on with his cowboy colors? This one came out really pretty. This one is mine because, again, the purple colors. Love how that turned out. It does have 4 coats of varnish that I put on it when I was done. This one was just a hodgepodge of, I didn't want to throw a bunch of clay away, so I mixed some colors together. This was another hodgepodge of colors that just got mixed together. This one I found out when I counted that I only had 7 done and I had 8 pens. I was out of white, so I think this came out beautiful not having any white in it. But again, probably because there's purple. And then this really pretty pink one. So they were really fun to make. Pretty inexpensive. I just bought the pack of polymer clay that had all the different colors with it. And then I did buy a silver one that had the sparkly stuff in it. And I just finally got some use out of that KitchenAid mixer. And these are ready to go. And I think that's it. I'm going to go enjoy my Thanksgiving. Again, let me know below what crafts you do, how you decide what you're going to do them. If you like my channel and you want to stay up to date on me week to week, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so you'll see everything. give me a thumbs up or a like. I would really appreciate that. It is still a baby channel, and hitting the subscribe and the like does get my channel out there. It tells Flosstube that people like my channel, and it recommends them to other people. You all have a wonderful rest of your day, and happy crafting.